Hello everyone, I'm Tuco. Welcome back to another episode of the LTR Structures Reforged series. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Rhudar Castle. Now, the Rhudar Castle is a rune structure that, of course, belongs to the Rhudar faction up way in the north. But, you know, with a runed structure, that also entails a completed structure right there in the back, which we will be taking a look at. But first things first, let's take a look at the original one real quick here, side by side. So as you can see, definitely lacking in the detail department, but it is a ruined, it's just, you know, a bunch of ruined walls with some cobblestone and whatnot, and then like one lonely chest way over there. And then, of course, my rune structure. But we're first going to start off with the finished product castle here. Now, there is a flaw to this castle that I just realized. If you're going to use this castle practically for like actual sieges and whatnot in survival mode or anything like that, don't. It's not a very good castle for that. Reason being is because if you have archers up there and you're firing down, yeah, sure, you could fire down right here and, you know, hit them and whatnot. It'd be great. But on all the other walls where the turrets aren't, you can't hit them because they can hide just like right here and nothing can hit them. So that is a really big flaw in this castle here that I just now realized. But hey, maybe that's the reason why the Rhudar faction fell, and you know their castles are all ruined now because of this flaw that all their enemies exploited. I don't know, but it is one that you should be wary of if you were to use this in survival mode. Now, we do have some nice details going outside with these indented walls here using the stairs. Just adds some nice little depth to the structure, of course, not just flat, because flat doesn't look very good. So push it back a little bit, add some indentation there. Also some nice banners here with the Rhudar. And then all around the outside, we do have these like two central pillars for the walls, just to change things up so it's not just a straight line of indented stairs. So it does add a bit of a difference, I suppose. It makes it look a little bit nicer. We also, again, more Rhudar banners on the outside there. And then with the towers here, I went for, I guess, a more square look, but it ended up looking a little bit rounder because of how I topped it all. And I topped it with spruce, of course, with dark oak as a trim. And the reason why I use spruce is because all the other structures for the Rhudars use spruce mainly in their build, so I decided to use it as kind of like a topper for all of these things. And then also, of course, dark oak as a trim, because dark oak always goes well with spruce as a trim. And also it goes with this color here for the axe handle, I suppose. So it looks a little bit nice as a trim for the Rhudars. So here we have the entrance here, just a nice little simple arch. 3 wide, not very big, but you know it serves its purpose. And I used an iron portcullis because there weren't any faction gates for the Rhudars, so I just decided to keep it nice and simple. Just use a iron portcullis. Now, when we come to the inside here, we are in the courtyard, I suppose, of the castle. We have a nice little fire going on here with some, I guess some, what is it called again? Charred stone blocks, I think. Charred stone stairs. But anyway, we do have for the flooring. With all the other floorings I really do enjoy. You have your barren dirt, your grass, path blocks, and thatch, of course, which always looks very nice. So starting over here, actually starting with the back wall, we have a nice assortment of different weapons. Of course, iron, because, again, Rhudar does not have any faction, really anything faction-wise other than the banners. So definitely keeping everything generic and simple. We do have some nice torches here with the fence posts. I was just going to place the torches, but yeah, that doesn't look very good. You got to have like some nice torch posts. So over here we have some nice stables. I don't have the horses in there right now, but it would be a nice stable. We got some hay here, and of course some nice gates just for 2 horses there. Over here we have the blacksmith shop, and for some reason the furnaces are backwards. I placed them in wrong, but we do have the furnaces and some nice cauldrons, of course, to douse or to cool the metal. We also have an anvil right in between here, and I guess like a nice chimney going up. And then I guess we'll take a look at this tower for all of them. So the towers are pretty bland in the inside because there really wasn't a whole lot to put in here. So I just put a few torches and, of course, the ladder leading up to the ramparts, I suppose, up here on the wall. I do have spruce as the layering as like a layering here, simply because just having stone, it doesn't look the best just to have stone. It's too gray. So you always, kind of add some color in here. So what I mean, well, if you guys can see here, you can't exactly hit your guys down there if you're your enemies, unless you sort of did this, one of these numbers. But I mean, that's kind of risky, you know. You kind of, I mean, there's a reason why these are here. These are here to protect you from, flying arrows and whatnot. So that is again an issue with this castle. But then again, they are a ruined faction, so I mean, they are going to have the nicest castles, right? Not the most modern, up-to-date ones with the best tactics and whatnot. So, but anyway, let's take a look at the main structure here for the castle. We go inside here. We find ourselves in a nice little armory. We have the stone chests here and some armor stands. And then, of course, some nice banners in the background there. And then up here on the first level, we have, of course, the barracks for the common soldier. We got, of course, a lot of booze for them and chests for their personal belongings and whatnot. And higher up, well, actually, I suppose we'll take a look at the structure here too. So I do have the spruce posts coming across here as some nice support for this. Also some nice arches with the use of the spruce stairs, and of course some nice detail here with the fence posts. Add some added, some added support. And then higher up here, higher up the ladder, we have, of course, the commanders, or the commander of the castle, or I guess the king or lord of the castle, I suppose you could say. We have, of course, here some banners, some Rhudar banners, and some nice windows here, some really nice windows actually. And then if we come through any one of these doors, we find ourselves in the main sleeping quarters of the Lord. So here we have some nice greenery to add to this castle, this very dull gray and brown castle. We also have some chests here, and again, a nicer bed for the Lord, of course. Not straw, but nice and wool, real warm and comfy, especially up here in the north. Well, that does it for this, the finished structure of the Rhudars castle. And then now we're going to take a look at the ruined castle. So with the ruined castle, what I kind of did was just go crazy, place a bunch of, cracked stone bricks everywhere I could, kind of intertwining them. Some destroyed parts, some destroyed, parts of the wall here. Some of the castle is kind of crumbled away, and then also over here some of the towers have kind of eroded and whatnot. And then of course holes and gaps in the wall appearing all over the place. We also have a massive hole here, and generally just ruined. And then of course for anyone who's looking for loot, of course the stone chests right there. Too, just because you always want more. More is always better when it comes to loot, of course. So there is more loot in this one, and then of course I kept the floor with the thatch. I think it looks kind of nice with the thatch, and I think it makes it look a little bit more ruined, I suppose. We also have the furnaces here and the crafting bench, just because those are going to remain there, broken down, but still you still use them if you're up to it, I suppose. And of course all the wood is gone because you gotta use the wood for firewood, anything you can. I mean, you're in the north, there's a lot of trees, so all of the wood is scrapped or just destroyed, rotted away, and is gone forever. Well, anyway guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the LTR Structures Reforged series. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and as always, God bless. I'll see you guys next time.